literally was going to set this up, and then my coworker called me just to see if I was coming into work, and I wasn't. And then I was like, "Oh, that's so nice." She thought I was coming in, and then Loner was playing from uh on my TV, and for some reason I'm emotional, and I don't know where the emotion is even coming from, but that'll go away, I guess, because I had this idea for a journal series that I started on my own in private, like for my personal journals, but I'm soft launching it here called POV You're My Homegirl and I'm Beating a Dead Horse because there's a lot of time that passes where I just wish I had someone to call and talk to, and I don't really have anyone there to talk to about certain stuff. So I was like, maybe I can just set up my camera when I have those feelings and just talk through stuff, and um, it'll help. And it did help. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I actually physically don't know why I'm emotional. Tism. So yeah, um, that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing my nails, and I was just thinking, if nobody sees this, great. But if somebody does see this, maybe it will help them with similar feelings. And it's like we just two homegirls on the phone. I don't know. I am doing my nails. They were so cute. I took like three different packs of nails and then made like a little collage. And this one has like a cross on it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cute. I had them on before, but they were super long, and I cut them down because I cannot handle really long nails. But yeah, I'm feeling so. I don't even know. It's like I don't know what I actually want to rant about right now, cause I have every time I'm thinking about something that I want to expand upon, I always write it down, and I never I never refer back to them. But some of them it's sitting on my heart so heavy that eventually it comes out and sometimes it doesn't. But I've just been in this really odd space, this really weird space. And I think part of it is self inflicted. Like I made decisions that led me to be in the sort of position that I'm in right now. And then another part of it is the observation that I'm literally repeating cycles and I'm watching myself repeat the cycles, and it just feels like I'm going crazy because I don't know what to do and I feel directionless in life at this point in time. And then I also got my diagnosis and I'm going through a semi breakup. Um, my friends are kind of going through stuff that make them not really available. Like we all can't be going through stuff at the same time because how's that gonna work? I don't know. So it's just everything is happening all at the same time where I can only look at it and go, something's happening here, right? And I think something is happening in here, and as a Scorpio, transformation is inevitable. So I know that it's coming. I feel it coming. And I don't want to resist it, but it's also scary because I'm ignorant to what the landing point will be. I don't know where this train is going, but I know that it's on the move. And I've been really stripping myself from everything that I identify with lately. And it's scary because it's making me, it's turning me into a blank slate again, right? Like, if you take away everything that you identify with and that other people identify with you, right? Like, everybody sees me as an artist. I don't know if I'm an artist anymore. Everybody sees me as a designer. I don't know if I want to do that shit anymore. I'm locking my hair. I don't know. It's just, there's so many things changing all at the same time. And I just want to find contentment within it all. And this started before the breaking point happened, right? I think the breaking point happened when the person that I was dating, like, when we started having our conflict, because that that happened right after work started getting bad, and so it was kind of building up, right? But before any of this negative stuff happened, the person I was dating at the time, I really liked her because she was showing me that it's okay to be stable and consistent and like calm, right? We were complete opposites in the fact that, like, she had a job that she worked every day. She works from home. And it was like she didn't have all of these responsibilities that had her hand in all these different pots in a way that was super unsustainable. Like, the way that I was navigating life, it was unsustainable. But if you're creative, you resonate with the fact that that's just how it is, because being creative doesn't pay the bills most of the time, right? And then also, if you work a job that you hate, you kind of want to counter that by doing something that you enjoy, right? So here I am. When we first started dating, it's like I was still in my performance season, so it's like I'm having rehearsals, I'm having work, I'm having meetings. It was just crazy. And then the more that we were around each other, I really admired, like, the peace that it seemed like she had, right? Which I don't really know. I can't really speak on it now because I've seen different versions of her, but in that moment in time, like, the version that I've seen of her just felt like so calm and content. And it's like, I want that contentment more than I want to achieve things, because when I achieve things, it doesn't even feel good to me. You know, I can say I created everything on this wall, and everyone will go, "Wow, you're amazing." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't feel anything about it, right? Like, I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I don't hate the paintings, but it's like, I don't care." But when I see somebody that can live a life that is so peaceful, I go, I want that. Like, I don't know. I really like that about her. And the more that I would go over her house and experience that, one, I could see the way that it changed my disposition, but it also made me realize that that's what I want to achieve, right? And yeah, it definitely rubbed off on me when I would drive in the car. It's like my road rage went away. I loved riding with her in the car because it was like, no matter how far we were going, no matter how hard the traffic was, like, she was just chilling. And I was like, I love that. Like, I want to surround myself with the way that this feels, right? In all aspects of my life. Um, I don't desire chaos or stagnancy, um, but it's familiar for me. Um, that's all I know. My my introduction and for any job is, like, I'm adaptable and I do well under chaos and pressure, right? Because that's what I'm used to. That's what I grew up with. And then I worked in environments that reflected that, and I took that as my identity or my strong point when it was really just a means for survival. And I don't want to survive anymore. I want to live. Um, so yeah, I so through this realization, there's just been a lot of changes going on, and a lot of questions that I have to re-ask myself. And that Scorpio transformation, you get so familiar with asking yourself the same questions over and over and over again and getting a different answer for a different season, right? And that's like what's happening right now. And I don't even know. I don't know where I want to go, and I don't know where I'm going to go. But I know that this path that I've been on, it's getting rocky, and my tires are gonna pop, right? Um, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I. It's really unfortunate that that situation ended the way that it did because I don't even know how I want to talk about it. I made another beating a dead horse video about the specific situation, and I'm doing a lot better than I could have been doing. It triggered so much in me, and I'm grateful for my video journals because they are tangible evidence of cycles that I repeat, right? And just today, this morning, I was looking at a video journal that I actually posted, and I was going through the same situation that I went through with this person that I was dating. And I was emotional, and I was talking about how it's a pattern that comes from childhood, and how, like, I'm so tired of never being heard and always having to hold space for other people and their feelings, but nobody ever is holding space for me and my feelings. And it makes me sad because I think there is going to come a point in time where I burn out. I burn out of empathy. And something that people with autism face is like the double empathy problem, which is exactly what I just explained. But it just gets to a point where I know that I'm going to stop caring. I get so caught up in the excitement of maybe this will be the person that will stop the street, that will not prove my case, that will be different, right? I get too excited. I just get way too excited. And I have to understand that people aren't going to understand my accommodations and my needs and like who I am as a person right off the bat. Because every time somebody meets me, they're like, "You're just so different from everyone I met." And it's like, yeah, because I'm a real autistic bitch. Like, but I can't say that because then, like, autism is so trendy now. And I'm grateful for that because I was able to learn about it and not think that I just had OCD and anxiety. But it's so trendy now. If you say that, people will go, yeah, like, I kind of understand autism, or yeah, I have autistic friends or something like that. But it's other people that might be calling themselves autistic for fun, right? Until you actually look at my behavior and then you look at the clinical criteria for autism, and then some of these traits are not very favorable for a lot of people or cause a lot of work. So I don't even know where I was going with this, but yeah, I get tired of that shit. Tired of that shit. And I just gotta keep talking about it because I gotta be dead where it's like I'm tired of it. And it just keeps coming up, and then instances keep happening and we think of the shit. And yeah, sometimes I just wanna like I wish that everybody in the world could get like a big lump sum of money, right? And then you use that towards whatever lifestyle you want. And I know that that sounds like it would be inefficient, but there's always gonna be people that choose the life that they want, and not all the life that people choose are gonna be good, right? So you see people all the time that win the lottery or they win like a big lump sum of money, and then 2 years down the line, like they're broke again, right? Like that would happen. And I think if that happened to me, I would get a tiny house by a lake with a little trail, and I would live there. I would be so happy. But then it's, I don't want to completely isolate from people, but I just feel like that's the right thing to do so that I never feel hurt again. And that is me trying to control narratives or whatever. Because it's like I'm very outgoing. And that is a problem I have when I meet a lot of people too, because I'm a loner and I empathize with people that are outcasts. Um, and I really hit it off with people like that because I'm able to speak their language and empathize with their experiences, and we're able to bond over our experiences of just being lonely or not having a lot of friends, or blah 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 blah. But the difference between me and a lot of people that I meet in that category is that I still do things because I'm an outgoing person. I'm just not good at socializing, but I like doing things. So I go out and I do things alone, and like I have had all these hobbies and these experiences and like taking classes and blah blah blah, all the rest. So that's where the disconnect comes between a lot of the people that I meet and I resonate with, and then people that I kind of need to be around because I still have that need of wanting to go to social events and be out. Um, so it was really hard finding people like that because usually those people are inside and not outgoing, right? So, yeah, that's why I think I'm so attracted to extroverted people or outgoing people because they will help me get that need met, and then I can do my own thing when I need to retreat, right? But a lot of people in that category don't really understand me, or I'm just not what they need or desire in that way. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm yapping about at this point. I just, part of me yearns for so much, but part of me just gives up. Like I surrender. My cuticles are so. Mm-mm. I when I used to hate getting my nails done. I used to hate even painting my nails because I didn't like how it looked, and I hated acrylic because when I would take the acrylic off, my nails would be fucking paper thin and just fucked up. And then it was just such a hard process of getting them off, and I hated it. I really hated it. I hated how they felt on my fingers. But when I discovered press-ons, I was like, hell fucking yeah. Because if you can find the cute ones, they're so cute and they look like any other acrylic nail, right? But they're so easy to take off. It's easy for you to do them yourself. Your nail is safe underneath them. It's just such a win. I fucking love press on nails. And something I've been trying to do this year, I miss the way that I was self-expressive through appearance and self-care as a child or like as a teenager. And that's something that I kind of waver with now as an adult. Um, but I really want to get into that. And honestly, my best friend inspires me in a lot of ways to be more attached to like my femininity and appearance because she's like the girliest person I know, I swear. And I I think I desire just to be in my femininity. I hate the whole like soft life femininity versus masculinity, divine feminine shit. But I enjoy how it feels to just be feminine or soft because I think for so long or when you live life in survival mode, you're hardened. You know, like even something as small as I used to always carry tote bags, like big tote bags, and they would be full of stuff for one. So sometimes they're heavy. They're convenient, yes, when you're like out at the store or something. But when you go out with other girls, everyone's like, "Can I put this in your bag? Can I put this in your bag? Can I put this in your bag?" And I'm the motherfucking bag lady, and it's like something that I just recently switched to is smaller purses so I could just be a girl. And even something as small as that, I really love it because I'm just a girl. And I don't carry my purse around even when it's nothing but lipstick and my ID in it. And I don't know, it just feels good to be girly in that way. Like I don't wear jeans anymore. There's so much stuff that just feels so good to be in, right? In a world that really wants to harden black women as a whole. I don't know. It feels like very, very good. Oh, I think I cut mine out too low, guys. Ah! Oh, hell yeah, I cut it too low. You know, some stuff I'm still figuring out. I don't even know how he fixed this. I mean, this is as good as it's gonna get. I've low-key been ignoring all of my friends. I know that I shouldn't have, but for some reason it doesn't feel good, like, to talk to them. I don't know if it's just a trauma response of, like, when I'm going through things, I want to go through them on my own or whatever the fuck. I feel kind of embarrassed talking about how much not dating the person I was dating is kind of hurting me. One, because none of my friends really liked her. um, or they did at a point in time until, like, I would show them our text messages and stuff, and they're like, why are you even still trying with this girl? But I was. And so there's a little shame there. There's a little embarrassment. Because I did some embarrassing things. I can't even. Embarrassing things to a woman that did not deserve it, right? But canon woman love woman experience that I've unfortunately gone through. Ironically, with two Scorpio moons. Scorpio moons ruined my life. Like, I'm never dating a Scorpio moon again. Like, fool me once, alright. But this is fooling me twice now. I just can't. Like, I can't. They're so avoidant, bro. So triggering for me. So, yeah. That's why my camera gotta be my homegirl because I just who I'm gonna talk to. I wish I could get a kitten, but unfortunately I have a bad YN cat that don't like to stay in my house and don't like to stay in my room if my door is closed. And unfortunately my door will always be closed. And then my girl cat is just so nervous and uncuddly unless she wants to be cuddled. Which, okay, I guess boundaries. Yeah, I wish I could get a bunny, but they're so bad. Like, I had a bunny when when I was in high school. I was in high school. Yeah, I was in like ninth grade. I had a bunny. That bitch would eat everything. Like she would eat all your chargers. She would eat your carpet. Like, oh my god. First of all, and when we got her, she was pregnant. Had all these babies. She was a bitch when she was pregnant. But that was my girl. I have to stick beside her. But oh my god, she was so bad. I just can't. If I got a bunny and it was bad again, I would be even more stressed out. I just want like a little companion. I think if I had like something to snuggle with, that would fix a lot of my problems. I have like all of these body pillows and stuffed animals and weighted shit to help me with that feeling of like comfort in that way. And yeah, I get really addicted to the oxytocin that releases when I'm cuddling with people. And that be getting me too because in that the last person I was dating, by the end of it, it was like I was at her house for damn near weeks at a time, and that was so. It felt so good for my nervous system, but in retrospect, that was so bad to do so early on into like dating somebody. Yeah, so I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. What am I saying? What am I talking about? What is the plot? I guess that's the point. There is no plot to this. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this when I'm done with my nails. I'm almost done. I watched the movie Pariah. Pariah. And that movie was so. I really loved that movie because I liked how the ending didn't end with her being in a relationship, right? Like someone loving her into herself, right? And I think a lot of movies kind of end on that feat where like the romantic interest is like an ending point for the movie. Um, yeah, it was a really good movie. It was so, oh my god, her mama was pissing me off so bad. Like I wanted to jump through the screen and whip that hoe. And I watch like every time I watch movies that I like, I always go down rabbit holes of looking at interviews or just notes about them or other people's reviews and stuff like that. And I watched the interview and I'm just looking at her and she's just being her normal self. And I'm like, oh my god, I still hate you a little bit because fuck you. But yeah, that was such a good movie. And I also really like, although the girl that did her dirty was bad for her, it's like the people that you're around really show you things about yourself or you kind of know what's for you and what's not. And like her best friend was completely opposite in the things that they like. So it was hard for her to just keep going to the club and she didn't want to be in the club. And then she met this girl and they like the same things. I really like that aspect of it because I just like go back to times where that happens for me and it feels so good meeting people that you kind of share similar brainwaves with or whatever. Because that's kind of how me and my best friend are. Like, we're completely opposite. She's super, super straight, and I'm a man hater. And, like, she's not really into, like, nature and art and stuff in the way that I am. So it's like, I resonated with that. But, like, we love each other down, and they, you know, they had a good friendship. So, yeah. Sometimes you meet people and they're not meant to stay in your life, but they show you who you need to be, or they show you, you meet people so that they can show you yourself. right? And I'm trying to accept that now. So it was nice seeing that in a movie. I mean, fuck that bitch because she was crazy, like crazy predatorial for one. Because why the fuck were you? She was overly going for her. Like you're overly going for Alike just to do that crazy shit, bitch. I shall punch you. Oh my god, I was so mad, but yeah. Oh my god. They're dead. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Thanks for FaceTiming me. If nobody else watched this, I know Alex watched it, so bye, Alex.